Hi, welcome back, my dear students. So, on the last lecture, you saw how we were able to connect to MongoDB using some drivers, some modules, right? We use Mongoose and we use the MongoDB client. Great. But like I said before, we can, and if I haven't said that, we can connect to different connections. So I'm just going to say express database connections here. Okay. And there is a lot of integration that we can do with Node.js. Okay, we can connect to different databases like Cassandra, MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, you name it, and Node.js has an integration for it. Okay, we can use Express framework to do some of this connection to make it easier. But anyway, so what I want to do on this lecture here is show you some of the differences or the vocabulary of, let's say MySQL again, versus MongoDB. Okay, so not only that, but I want to also download a GUI for MongoDB database that we're going to be using later on. We're going to be using different databases, and I mean, we're going to have different databases using MongoDB, and we want to know some of the differences, and we want to have a GUI. So let's go ahead and use Chrome real quick to download that GUI. I'm going to be downloading MongoDB Compass. Okay. Now click on this first link. And if we go to the community edition, this should be able to be free. Okay. So this is a free GUI. And it's gonna download it. You can download it for whatever operating system you want. Red Hat, Ubuntu, and even Windows. Okay? I'm downloading it for the Mac. And the setup is super simple. Just follow the install wizard. Okay? And in the host, it should be localhost, or you should also be able to, everything should be selected by default. But we're gonna do it anyway, so you can see how it is. But anyway, so once that's done, then we'll go ahead and continue with the lecture. So after, like, I don't know, for you was probably 1 second, but for me it was like 5 minutes. After a couple minutes, I was able to download Compass. I got a very slow connection here where I am. And as you can see, for the Mac, you just have to drag it into your applications, okay? For Windows, of course, you keep, choosing the default. I'm gonna go to my folder in applications there, and I'm gonna look for that. And I would have thought it was gonna be Compass somewhere. I'm gonna try to find it in my applications, and there we go. Okay. Right here, I'm gonna open it up. I'll show you some of the settings, okay? Even though I already had Compass before, so I don't know if this is gonna fill in all the fields. Okay, agree. And it's just gonna show you some of the things and how to use it. Basically, I already know how to use it. I'm just gonna show you real quick some of the things. Okay, so I'm just gonna start using Compass, and as you can see, already my data is already filled in here. Now this, I don't know if this is going to be true for all the operating system, but you see my host name is localhost, the port is 27017, authentication none, I don't need that, read preference primary, SSL none, SSL tunnel none, and I'm just going to say local connection here. And I'm just going to create a favorite, okay? And I'm just going to connect. And this is going to find all my databases here, okay? As you can see, I have a couple of databases. I can delete them by coming here and pasting the name here. Or, of course, writing the name, which I didn't want to do. Simple as that. So I can access the database. For example, let's access this database here. And let's access the users. Okay, now I'm gonna show you And I'm gonna compare to you the MySQL and MongoDB database. I'm gonna show you the difference, okay? So for example, in MySQL, this will be called, users will be called a collection. This is my database here, the big guy, the guy that has all the collections in there, okay? So in MySQL, sorry about that, this would be my database. Inside the database, well, this will be my database. This will be the collections. Right here, I have this users collection. And each of this would be like in a object type field, okay? This is how it would be in my SQL. This would be a table called users. This would be a columns and rows, okay? That is the vocabulary for MySQL. For MongoDB, this is a object type format. As you can see, I have the colon here. And we have a field, okay? Now, this is a document. This collection only has one document. I could go ahead and insert another document, okay? And I can type the ID here if I want to. I can just say the property, first name, tab, Jose, enter, go to the next one, last name, Williams, which makes no sense, right? And then password, secret, or weakret. And the version key here, 0. This is something that Mongoose writes for us, okay? So you can make it a string, a number, whatever you want here with these fields, okay? As you can see, we have different variations for MongoDB: array, binary, boolean, code, a decimal double, int 32, or int 64, okay? And we go insert, and now we got two documents. This is a field, remember. This is a collection inside the database. This two here, this whole set is a document. In my SQL, it's just the table, a row, okay, the record. This is a record. We got two records here. And these are columns. Okay? Simple as that. So hopefully you were able to get the Compass installed. This is a pretty good GUI for MongoDB. I like it. And that's it. See you in the next lecture, guys. Take care.